Governor Soludo calls for collective efforts to accelerate development in Anambra. Wife of Anambra State Governor, Mrs. Soludo commends Rotary International for interventions on health issues. Federal government to deploy National Orientation Agency personnel to council areas to boost information dissemination. And on the foreign scene, China disappointed as U.S. vetoes UN resolution on Israel-Hamas war. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround, maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Welcome to the news. My name is Chidimma Oranwa. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has repeated call on Ndi Anambra residents in the Federal Capital Territory to extend their investment to their home state. The governor, who made the call when he met with members of Anambra State public officers, elders and stakeholders forum in Abuja, urged the citizens to invest at home instead of in other states, especially when Anambra State, under his watch, has put things in place to ensure that businesses thrive. Ekwi Ajide of our Abuja Bureau files the report.
Governor Soludo reiterated that the state is safe and secured for all kinds of investment and investors, promising to lead the way if need be. He appealed to public servants to use their good offices to attract and influence national projects to Anambra State to accelerate development. According to the governor, only 1% of the national budget attracted to the state will do a lot to improve the lot of the citizenry. Professor Soludo also said he will meet and interact with members of the National Assembly to also appeal to them to attract projects to the state to encourage his administration in its strides to provide democracy dividends for the populace, while promising that he will not relent in his pursuit for a better Anambra.
What are you bringing home? What have you done today? Or what will you do tomorrow to make Anambra a livable and prosperous homeland? And even for us to be effective for Aka na Anambra, your sound, you need to bring Aka nke Abuja, join our and no buy. Ekobasofu imano dia. From time to time, na ndị nọ na Anambra na ndị nke nọ na Abuja, anyị ga-eme gịnị? Anyị nọkọ, anyị atụ alụ.
The chairman of the forum, Chief Simon Okeke, re-echoed the need for public servants to use their positions to effect positive changes in their localities, who is a former chairman, Police Service Commission, advocated that Ndi Anambra should not wait to become a director or the highest ranking officers in their offices before thinking of doing something for the state, as according to him, even junior officers can bring about great changes if they put their minds to it. For Ohaneze youth leader in the FCT, Engineer Prosper Kafo, if the youths are included in the scheme of things, they too have the ability to bring about positive changes. In Abuja, Princess Ekwi Ajide reporting.
Anambra State Governor's wife, Mrs. Nadia Soludo, has commended Rotary International for its interventions in global health challenges. The governor's wife was speaking shortly after her investiture as Paul Harris Fellow of Rotary International by delegate from Rotary International, District 9142. Correspondent Daniel Ezigwe tells us more.
Speaking after her official investiture, Mrs. Soludo commended Rotary International for leading an historical advocacy for health, charity and leadership, and for its breakthroughs in polio eradication across the world. She talked about her admiration for the organization and explained that the recognition will serve as motivation to increase the pace in her healthy living initiative.
What you've done for us in this country when it comes to polio is something that we did. I think we have polio in just about 2 to 3 states in Nigeria now. Yes, Kosi, and all thanks to you guys. I thank you. Somebody that anything to do with charities, I will be there. Call me anytime. That's why I set up the Survey Living Human. So we have been doing this for 18 years now. I just brought it to Anambra as a crusade to teach our people how to live healthy. Because for me, health is wealth.
Earlier, the district governor, District 9142 of Rotary International, Akan Emma, explained that Rotary is beyond a service organization, but is also a leadership association that seeks to help governments in different development areas. He said that one of the things that Rotary International is committed to this year is to fight mental health cases, including depression, but noted that with the introduction of the governor's wife's NGO, Healthy Living with Noye Soludo, there has been an increased crusade.
As a district, I want to use this opportunity to specifically thank you. I've heard about your program, Healthy Living with Noye Soludo. This is an amazing program. And as I kept probing about this program, I'm even told that you have caused it to be introduced into the curriculum of primary and secondary school.
In a vote of thanks, the chairman, contact and mobilization of Rotary International District 9142 and senior special assistant to the governor of Anambra State on special duties, Dr. Nwabu Fonwanko, commended Mrs. Soludo for using her NGO to kickstart a culture of health consciousness in Anambra State. The Commissioner for Women and Social Welfare, Mrs. Ifeanyi Ogbinambo, the chairman, host communities Polio Plus Summit, which is built for this weekend in Oka, Mrs. Olachi Emegako, the Assistant Governor, Zone 38, Rotarian Abuchimozo of the ABS, and the other members of the organization in the district were in the meeting. From the Governor's Lodge, Amawabia, Daniel Ezigwe, ABS News.
The 91 inaugural lecturer of Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Professor Kenneth Eze, has recommended technical education, steady power supply, international collaboration, as well as peaceful election and orderly transfer of political power as solutions to the challenge of low-tech medicine in Nigeria. Correspondent Emmanuel Okonkwo reports.
Thank you very much.
Professor Eze made the recommendations at the institution's auditorium while presenting a lecture on radiology in Nigeria, high-tech medicine in technology challenged low-resource setting. The professor of radiology in the Department of Radiology, Faculty of Medicine, Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka, regretted that Nigeria still suffers low tech, saying that all hands must be on deck to change the narrative, emphasizing on the importance of radiology in the medical sector. Professor Eze listed weak research potential on technology, inadequate statistics, social amenities such as power supply, infrastructure, town planning, and others as challenges of high-tech medicine in Nigeria, calling for improvement in those areas. He equally recommended the collaboration of medical sector and engineering sector for medical equipment maintenance and development.
We studied patients with HIV/AIDS. We studied the brains of patients with HIV/AIDS. Many symptoms that we know that are arising from the brain. And what we found was a type of infection that is not common in normal people, what we call toxoplasmosis.
In his remark, the Vice Chancellor of the Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka, Professor Charles Esimone, commended Professor Eze on his various contributions in academics and human development, describing the lecture topic as crucial for improvement of the medical sector in Nigeria.
And I'm sure that they will testify that we took those comments very positively and have improved significantly. So today again is another opportunity, and I'm thanking them for always being a wonderful audience.
From Nnamdi Azikiwe University in Awka, I am Emmanuel Okonkwo reporting for ABS News.
The Police Service Commission, in conjunction with the Nigeria Police Force, has commenced recruitment for qualified individuals into the rank of police constables. According to a release signed by the Chairman, Police Recruitment Board, Police Service Commission, the application portal opened on October 15th, 2023 and will last for the period of 6 weeks from 15th October to 26th November 2023, where prospective applicants are required to complete the online application forms and submit same within the specified period via www.apply.policerecruitment.gov.ng. Still on the news this morning, the Minister of Information, Mohammed Idris, has said that the federal government is on the verge of deploying officers of the National Orientation Agency across the 774 local government areas of the country. Idris, who lamented that most of the information outposts in the country are unmanned, said the move is necessary to restore consciousness of nationhood, which he said is waning. He said that the federal government will not deny Nigerians the freedom of expression despite the proliferation of fake news on social media. While lamenting the use of unpatriotic language by Nigerians online, the minister argued that freedom of speech comes with great responsibility. Addressing the plans by the Nigerian Press Council to register journalists as a way to sanitize the profession, the minister said the plan is being looked at, adding that President Bola Tinubu believes it's not going to gag the press in any way, shape, or form. Some experts have said that foreign investors may continue to avoid Nigeria into 2024 due to currency instability and other economic concerns, both internally and globally. This projection was shared at the 2023 African Economic and Capital Markets Conference. At the virtual conference, the head of research at Vetiva Capital, Luke Ofojebe, did a review of the capital markets in the West African sub-region, during which he stated that the dominance of local investors may persist into the next year. However, the hawkish stance of the Central Bank of Nigeria has resulted in higher interest income for banks. We expect this trend to continue into 2024 as the CBN is expected to sustain the fight against inflation. He added also that they are not now seeing the U.S. Federal Reserve will continue its rate hike into the first half of 2024, so we will see capital flight. Currency weaknesses is still a major concern. We will see a downward trend until the first half of 2024 until a dovish move from the U.S. Fed in the second half of 2024, and then we may begin to see an appreciation. And ways to show up the value of the Naira, Ofojebe said the government should solidify the source of forex receipts, which is all and needs to ramp up oil production. China has expressed disappointment over the United States' obstruction of the Security Council's adoption of a draft resolution on the Palestinian issue, occurring to Federal Foreign Ministry spokesperson Mao Ning, calling on the Security Council to play its role in reaching a ceasefire and stopping the war. For 12 days, Israel has carried out a withering bombardment of the Gaza Strip in retaliation for killing of 1,400 people who were shot, mutilated or burned to death in shock cross-border attacks launched by Hamas on October 7th. More than 3,470 people have been killed in Gaza as a result of Israeli airstrikes, according to health officials. Gazians combed through the debris of the devastated hospital, collecting the bodies of the dead in the battered enclave, hours after a strike killed hundreds sheltering at the facility. Alongside rows of charred vehicles, volunteers recovered corpses and the limbs that were placed in body bags, while the remains of others were covered in white shirts and blankets. Health authorities in Hamas-ruled Gaza said the explosion killed 471 people at the Ali Arab Hospital and was caused by an Israeli airstrike, one of the thousands it has launched in retaliation for the Islamist group's bloody October 7th attack on communities near the enclave. Israel has denied responsibility and blamed a faulty militant rocket. During a solidarity visit to Israel on Wednesday, U.S. President Joe Biden backed the Allies' account that Palestinian militant caused a devastating hospital strike in Gaza, adding Hamas had brought only suffering. Football actions at the much-anticipated Anambra State Traders Sports Competition has commenced across the 8 venues in the state. Correspondent Joseph Ebocha reports that the competition was simultaneously kicked off by the chairman of Anambra State Sports Development Commission, Patrick Estate Onyedum, and President General of Anambra State Amalgamated Market Traders Association, ASMATA, Humphrey Anuna, at Oka and Onitsha, respectively. We have details of this report from our studio.
At the Oka Center, holding at the All Saints Church Field, Amoyenyoka, Onyedum kicked off the game between Odera Market and Atweza Market, Oka, which ended 9-2 in favor of Odera Market team. Onyedum commended the teams for their turnout and urged them to play in the spirit of sportsmanship. At Shoba Ibazu Stadium in Onitsha, the President General of ASMATA, Anona, said traders were happy for the opportunity provided by Governor Chukwuma Soludo for them to express themselves in the area of sports. He said that ASMATA management team is fully involved in the competition and assured that welfare and security of the participating teams and spectators were priorities, adding that after the competition, Anambra and Nigeria will have new players that will add value to sports because traders are also talented.
One in the Tiakanya. I believe now. In the Bacha Bola, I guess, what the Pandemonic he did represent number 1. Or is the one that I told him, and I couldn't make a chance skill. Macaronia Johnson, August only my draft, August Panian, policy. Benefit for the youth.
The match at the Ibazu Stadium between Bida Road Market, Onitsha, and God's Portion Plaza ended in favor of the Bida Market team after a walkover over their opponents, God's Portion Plaza team. At Rogeni Stadium, Oba, Grain Seed Market defeated Motorcycle Spare Parts Mpo by 3-2, while Old Mercedes-Benz Mpo and the Electrical Market Obosi had walkover wins over Amalgamated Bakery Materials and New Motor Spare Parts, respectively. Tabo Akachuku of Grain Seeds Market was the man of the day after all his team's 3 goals. In Obaru Zone, Iron Dealers Market football team beat Obaru Men Market by 8-7 on penalty shootout after goalless draw during regulation time. 2 other games scheduled for the day between Oboefele and Okoro Ishida and Obo Abada and the United Petrochemical did not hold. The Anambra State Traders Sports Competition is featuring other events including tennis, table tennis, draft, and incho. In Oka, Joseph Ebocha reporting for ABS News.
And that's Joseph on it this morning. Log on to, and remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page. Follow us at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Oka. Follow us on Twitter at ABS Radio TV. And on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. Log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And now the main point again. Governor Soludo has called for collective efforts to accelerate development in Anambra. Wife of Anambra State Governor, Mrs. Soludo, has commended Rotary International for interventions on health issues. Federal government is to deploy National Orientation Agency personnel to council areas to boost information dissemination. And on the foreign scene, we told you that China is disappointed as the U.S. vetoes on resolution in Israel-Hamas war. To end the news, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround, maintenance of the Anambra State economy, and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's it on the news this morning. Many thanks for joining us. My name is Chidimma Orangwa. Good morning.